Bitcoin is right now breaking out. I am still in my long position and it is about to explode anytime soon. Look, while everyone was getting bearish on Twitter, I've basically been warning you guys about this whole dump, and I've been saying, alright, this is a bear trap. And right now, yes indeed, we are getting our bounce. So Bitcoin is breaking above this most important resistance level that we have been talking about, and we need to be discussing some charts because, well, Bitcoin has some catching up to do with the stock market. The stock market has been absolutely exploding towards the upside, while Bitcoin's volatility is still at all-time lows. Look, a big Bitcoin move is about to happen anytime soon, and you need to be prepared. So first of all, just like I talked about in the intro, Bitcoin is basically breaking out of this symmetrical triangle that I shared yesterday in my Telegram channel and also on my Twitter. So we are breaking out right now, which is looking very good. And of course, 2 days ago, I have been talking about how this dump was basically a bear trap, and we need to be having a look in towards this resistance level. And whenever we are going to be breaking above this resistance level, well, then we are going to be expecting a higher bounce happening. Now, I have been adding more money in towards my long position, and yes indeed, we are looking for this bounce coming in anytime soon because we are breaking above this resistance. And guys, this bounce, in my opinion, has just been imminent. We have also been seeing that Tether was printing more and more money in towards its market cap, and usually around this means that a big Bitcoin pump is actually imminent, because whenever more market cap is printed in towards the Tether market cap, well, all of that money will be flowing sooner rather than later in towards Bitcoin. So right now, once again, this is happening, looking very good, and at the same exact time, well, people on Twitter are getting very bearish. And in my opinion, whenever these people are getting bearish, well, it is just signaling me that I want to be getting bullish again, because do keep in mind, the longer term trend is still towards the upside. Alright, we'll be talking about this a little bit more later, but first of all, you need to know that Bitcoin is right now heavily uncorrelated. Okay, it is heavily underperforming the stock market. So as you can be seeing, whenever we compare Bitcoin with all of these traditional assets, well, we can be seeing that Bitcoin is actually not that correlated anymore with all of these traditional assets. And definitely this is the case with the stock market. The green line right here is the Bitcoin price, and the normal chart is the stock market. And you can definitely be saying that Bitcoin has actually been underperforming, and at the same time the stock market has been going up exponentially. And usually around we can be seeing this actually with Bitcoin happening. Bitcoin is more kind of a lagging asset, and usually around the first thing that happens is the stock market will be pumping, and all of these profits from the stock market will then once again flow in towards Bitcoin, because people will be taking their profits from stock market and they'll be putting it in towards some higher risk assets, because of course they have made a very significant amount of profits. So it will be taking some time before Bitcoin will be catching up with the stock market, but usually around this is the cycle, and usually around, well, Bitcoin does catch up with the stock market, but just a little bit later. Okay, so at the same time Bitcoin is basically lagging behind the stock market, we can also be seeing that basically, well, Bitcoin volatility is literally at the lowest point of 2023, and also we can be seeing that the Bitcoin accumulation around this area, the 30k area, is literally at the all-time high. Look, we can be seeing this in this chart. We are basically consolidating in towards this range while volatility is decreasing, and the highest accumulation area ever for Bitcoin is about $30,000. And this is all happening, and at the same time Bitcoin's volatility is literally at all-time lows we have seen at this bear market bottom right here. So whenever we are going to be breaking out, whenever we are going to be breaking out of this consolidation range, either towards the upside or towards the downside, well, we are going to be seeing the same amount of volatility kicking in towards the Bitcoin price just like we did see over here. Okay, so it will be getting very important to see in which direction we will also be breaking our Bollinger Bands, if we are going to be breaking this Bollinger Bands towards the upside or towards the downside, because that will be indicating the next direction for Bitcoin, which direction we are going to be getting our volatility in towards. And another thing you can be having a look in towards is this consolidation range that we have actually been having a look in towards already for weeks. I've been saying, all right, everything that happens in between this consolidation range is all just pretty much noise. I want to be shorting the Bitcoin market whenever we are hitting this resistance, and whenever we are hitting this support, I want to be longing the Bitcoin market. And this has been the right move to make. Whenever we are going to be breaking out, well, then at the breakout towards the upside, we are going to be flipping very bullish. And at the breakdown, we are going to be flipping very bearish. Now, of course, the longer term trend is still towards the upside. And of course, the dollar has been absolutely collapsing while the stock market is still going towards the downside, towards the upside, I'm sorry. So yeah, in the end of the day, it will be more likely that we are going to be breaking this towards the upside. Now, another thing you can be having a look in towards is this ascending broadening wedge. But in the end of the day, the most important thing to have a look in towards is this resistance level. Look, whenever we can be breaking above this resistance, well, that will really be the point where we are going to be going parabolic. Just like we have seen over here, we broke above it, we retested it towards the upside, and boom, we exploded towards the upside. Right here as well, we got support, and boom, we exploded towards the upside. Right here, we fell down below, even retested it towards the downside, and look at the crash we got towards the downside. Now, right here, whenever we can be breaking above, I do think we can be moving towards the upside again, exponentially. As well as, of course, if we can be breaking above this resistance, we will also be breaking above this cup and handle neckline. So, in the short term, it is looking very good, and I will be trying to get this video out as soon as possible. Now, the most important thing to have a look in towards is basically this consolidation range. And if for some reason we were to be breaking down of this support towards the downside, I am going to be having a look in towards these support levels next up, which is going to be coming in all the way down at about the 28.4k level, or about the 28.5k level, and next up, the next support level is going to be coming in at 27.8k. And in that case, well, I'm going to be having a look in towards this next support level right here, and I think we are just going to be consolidating in between this level, and then eventually we will be seeing this breakout either towards the upside or towards the downside. But one thing is to keep in mind is that the trend is still towards the upside. We are seeing that the dollar is absolutely collapsing towards the downside. We are losing utmost support because of this triangle breakdown. The on-chain indicators are looking better than ever. Literally, we are about to get our Bitcoin halving in less than a year. Our trend is still towards the upside, and this does not look like it's about to stop anytime soon, because we are still in this bear market recovery phase. And if we have a look in towards our on-chain indicators, well, we still do have a lot more room for upside. We still have a lot more room for growth, actually, having a look in towards the on-chain indicators in this bear market recovery phase. And that is why I still think the trend is towards the upside, and we still have a lot more room for upside. So even if we were to break down in the short term, well, I do think in the end of the day, we will be seeing this huge push towards the upside. So be sure to be following me on Twitter, because I updated you guys exactly on my Twitter and also in my free Telegram channel with the link down in the description. Be sure to be subscribed to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.